Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. A short video just to tell the brothers and sisters what's going on in terms of the update with the debate challenge with Rizwan the Apostate. Now, obviously this man has spent his life trying to refute Islam on the internet, and alhamdulillah, brother Farid and brother Amin, they have come forward with an exemplary, fantastic refutation which will perpetually haunt this individual who legitimizes and I shouldn't say legitimizes, at least trivializes the death of Muslims in Hajj and trivializes the Christchurch attack to the extent to which he doesn't even think it's an Islamophobic attack. This individual, who is a despicable human being, who has no training, no qualifications in any field, let alone theology, and especially not Islamic theology. This individual, when challenged for a debate, retreated. He went into his habitat and decided not to proceed with the debate. And I would see this intellectually throwing in the white towel and doing at least what David Wood and some other people couldn't do, which is even show up in the first place. Yes, they were nervous. Yes, they were a little bit bedazzled, bewildered, and disheveled, especially during the debate, when Wood quotes that he wanted to actually leave the place from the amount of humiliation and embarrassment he felt after exposing his lack of knowledge in front of the Muslim community. Of course, he saw this and he was completely haunted by the prospect of himself falling to the same kind of and being knocked out intellectually in the same kind of way. So I consider this as a kind of victory for the Muslims, in the sense that there's nothing that he can say or do now to justify the fact that he doesn't want to put his ideas on the test. You see, it's very easy, ladies and gentlemen, to have ideas of criticism, but it's not as easy to defend such ideas in the face of scrutiny, intellectual and academic scrutiny. You see, this individual has had his day with so-called free speech, but the moment free speech came like a boomerang back to him, and people were personally attacking his own judgments, moral stances, and so on, he was the first to give up and to complain from such pain that he was receiving, psychological pain and intellectual defeat. Therefore, I will say that for those who have been on Twitter, of course there has been a controversy on my Twitter. I've had to delete several posts because I wanted to bring forward one easy moral for people to understand. Free speech is a double-edged sword. If you want to use it against the community, prepare for it to be used against yourself. The moment his own moral stances were being questioned and personal questions were being asked of him, which caused him, and even to be frank, members of the Muslim community themselves, to raise their eyebrow and think, how could you go this far in asking him such questions about incest and so on? Then you saw the real face of freedom of speech when the opponent couldn't deal with it himself. You see, whether he is into incest or not, whether he is incestuous as an individual or not, is not my business. We deal with different people of different backgrounds and with respect and different ways. However, him as an enemy of Islam will not be dealt with respect. Of course, he couldn't handle this attitude being held against him and this way of aggression and assertiveness being used against him. So this freedom of speech excuse of the right wing and of this individual in particular has failed him on this occasion, and he has been defeated and he has given up, surrendered, capitulated and submitted, and not wanted to enter any kind of discourse. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.